Hello and welcome. Season 7 Midwest Motorsports Truck Series has reached its final destination at Homestead Miami Speedway. The only thing hotter than the Miami heat will be the action on the track as the trucks are rolling out already as we speak. There's the track conditions, a mile and a half, Homestead, Miami. Robert Sanders on the pole, Nick Astlin second. Your championship leader, Nick Astlin, will wrap it up today if he finishes the race. Chet Miller and Mike Samia, row 2. Travis Jones, Eric Thaler, row 3. Brandon Cotton, Trevor McLaughlin, row 4. John Astlin, Andrew Miller, 5. Christopher Howlett, Brandon Morris, row 6. And rounding out the field, Ron Schaumer, Ian Silva, Michael Harris Jr., and James Olabison. That's how we're going to line them up. Barney has turned the safety car lights off, and we're going to go racing. Congrats to Robert Sanders for putting it on the pole in that psychedelic number 6. But this is it. After 1,600 laps, the Midwest Motorsports season finale is underway. And DW sets us off. A little bit quiet today. Look at Robert Sanders with a great start. Chet Miller gets another good run as well in the yellow truck, number 18. You're experiencing a little bit of picture breakup. Apologies. Sometimes the connections are a little bit slow. Robert Sanders in the lead. Race for third with Brandon Cotton in the 17 and Nick Astlin in the 48. And that's Eric Thaler right behind Brandon Cotton. Goes low. Homestead Miami Speedway. Progressive banking 18 to 20 degrees, mile and a half. The track is relatively cool. I expect it to be very grippy. Pretty abrasive on tires. Not exactly sure if tires or fuel are going to be the deciding factor. Looks like Eric got a little loose there. Coming off the corner, that lets Michael Samia in the one truck creep up on him as the race for second is on with Travis Jones and Chet Miller. Travis Jones, number 56, looking great. Sorry, 96. It's a good move. Takes the high lane. Chet Miller down low. Trying to do the slide job, leaves plenty of room on the exit as the racing goes on all the way throughout the field. Trevor McLaughlin in the 99. The trucks are going 4 wide, right behind Michael Samia. Brandon Morris and the Scots, number 39, right behind. Good to see you tonight, Brandon. I know you've been fighting some technical gremlins. Nobody likes dealing with that, but I'm glad you got it together, Brandon. Look at Trevor McLaughlin. Eric Thaler, I don't know who to watch. 4 wide at Homestead Miami Speedway. This is why we race Midwest Motorsports Truck Series. We're going to lap 20 for a competition caution. Michael Samia on the one truck. Now goes inside Eric Thaler. We're 3 wide on the front straightaway. Who's going to hold him off? It's early in the race to be so aggressive. Michael Samia backs off. Lets Eric Thaler, Brandon Cotton duke it out on the outside. Michael Samia wants to live to see another day. Holds his own, holding strong on that low line. Might hurt his tires in the long run a little bit. Remember, competition caution at lap 30, and lap 20. And there are 3 sets of tires on the floor. No change up front. Robert Sanders, Travis Jones, Chet Miller. the battle for 5th, 6th, 7th. On back. We had a couple pit lane starters for penalties, either race sign-up penalties or incident overages. The 40 of Michael Harris. Having his own battle here with James Olavison. I think that's a new paint job for the number 9. Yingling. All right, James, I see you, buddy. Cool paint. Trying to keep me sharp. Maybe that's something to work on for next season. Back to the battle for 9th. All the way up to 5th. Eric Thaler, Michael Semilla, Nicholas Asselin. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Brandon Cotton. Closes down right on Trevor McLaughlin. Riding with the 99, Trevor McLaughlin. Sun is setting on the Homestead Miami Speedway, as well as the Midwest Motorsports Truck Series. Sun is setting for series number 7. Thanks to everybody who has joined this season. We had as many as 40 trucks signed up at one point. Towards the end of the season, we understand life commitments get in the way if you're not in the points. In real life usually comes first, as sim racing life for some of these die-hard racers, including myself. Eric Thaler, Michael Semilla. Michael Semilla's got a new paint. That number 1 truck, Platinum Elite. Platinum Elite Racing. His team, a couple other members, I believe. Don't know everybody, so I'll leave it. Hopefully it's helping. Move Michael Semilla up in front of Eric Thaler. Eric Thaler is not going to give up without a fight. Very early days as we're past the halfway point of the competition caution. No points, just a gathering of your thoughts and adrenaline at lap 20. Brandon Morris back here with Trevor McLaughlin. 39 of Brandon Morris on the outside. Trevor McLaughlin, 99. Gonna ride with Brandon now. See what he sees. Takes the high line with your points leader and champion to be, Nicholas Asselin, as we might have a battle for 2nd place up here. Jet Miller and Travis Jones. For 2nd place, Robert Sanders just ahead of these guys. And Chet Miller in the 18, hold off Travis Jones. Travis Jones takes the position. Eric Thaler and Nicholas Asselin now. You guys are having a great race. Michael Semilla's up the road just a little bit, dropping down to low line. Up high, it's Eric Thaler right on the wall, riding that cushion. Nick Asselin in the 48, Brandon Morris, and Trevor McLaughlin still duking it out. Trevor McLaughlin taking the middle lane, about 1 seam up from the white line. Brandon Cotton has dropped back. Nicholas Asselin in the 48, right in the middle of this battle. What an awesome race. If this is an idea of what we're expecting to see, do not go anywhere. is awesome racing. Brandon Morris right on the back of the 48. Riding on the roof of Brandon Morris. Homestead Miami does have lights if we need it. With 16 trucks, I hope we'll see some green flag stops. Oh, if Brandon Morris gets into the wall, that hurts his momentum. He's going to pay for that. Let's see if Trevor McLaughlin, this is the opportunity Trevor McLaughlin in the pink 99 wants, needs. The Bubblicious, pink Bubblicious Ghost energy drink of Trevor McLaughlin. This chrome number 99 looks awesome. Good on you, Trevor. Trevor McLaughlin down low, Brandon Morris up high. Travis Jones and Michael Samia side by side. Michael Samia's on the outside. Travis Jones gives him plenty of room. Beautiful racing as we're coming up. The competition caution next time by. No points are awarded. Just bragging rights. As that is up for grabs too. Who's going to be able to say they won up to the competition caution going down the back stretch? Headed into turn 3. Who's they got to be as they come across Robert Sanders for now. Coming on the exit. I'm a little ahead of them. There they are, Robert Sanders. We'll bring it home. Competition caution is out. Nobody came into pit. So nobody's playing strategy games here. But congratulations to the number 6. Robert Sanders. Expand your mind, he says. Psychedelic number 6 is your stage winner. You have your 3D glasses, if you remember those. Wonder if that works. Anybody still have a set of 3D glasses? Maybe we'll ask Walker McNulty when he gets here. He still has his 3D glasses. Let's see who comes into pit. Take tires. My guess is it's going to be everybody. To at least get fuel. And a good thing, nobody was lapped. That means when we restart, Ian Silva's going to play a little strategy. We'll see how that plays out for him. Everybody else comes in, but not Ian Silva. Don't know if that was on purpose. He definitely had the opportunity. He's going to go off strategy. So some guys did take fuel only. Some took tires. Robert Sanders tires. Jet Miller and Nicholas Aslan did not. So they will line up right behind Ian Silva. Very interesting. With only 3 sets of tires, we're going to lap 101. Competition caution is over. The lights are out on the pace car. And we're going to go green. I am joined by Walker McNulty. Walker, I'm glad you made it out of the bathroom okay. It's been a little longer in there than I thought you would. I thought you were just going to be gone a second or two, but I hope everything came out okay. Welcome to the racing on Friday night. We're in our finale. Competition caution is over. Robert Sanders from the pole came into pit. Ian Silva did not pit. You're looking at timing and scoring. Chet Miller and Chet Miller and Nick Astlin did not take tires. So, Walker McNulty, how are you tonight? Welcome to the club. Or not. Maybe he's still getting ready.
Okay, I'm back. My mama was yelling for me.
No worries.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
It's raining, so I'm a little bit late, but we're here.
All right. I know you said you were going to be gone a couple of minutes in the bathroom. I didn't think you would take you 20 laps to get out of there. I hope everything
That was
worked
not
out
in the
okay.
bathroom, but that was sent at the gas station on the way home. I
Oh,
was grabbing
good.
my energy drink so I could have all the energy I
I'm
need to
not
call this race.
listening. All right, good deal. So we're at our competition caution, lap 20. Robert Sanders from the pole led every lap. Ian Silva started in the pit lane, stayed out. Chet Miller and Nick Astlin restarted in front because they did not take tires. You can see by their pit times.
Mhm.
Everybody else took tires. And lights are out on the safe pace car. So we're going to go green. We're going to lap 101. I hope we're going to see some green flag pit stops. Walker, tires or fuel? What is the limiting factor here at Homestead, Miami?
With these trucks, it might be both. These things, they really do wear out that right front hard, especially here at Homestead, because you're at the end of the race, at the end of the stints, you're going to be rolling around that top side, and it's really hard on that right front tire.
I'm expecting 30 to 40, 38, 35 to 40 laps on a tank of fuel. So from here, we're looking at 75 laps or so, 76 laps. It doesn't quite go into 40, but almost, with one stop from here. But Ian Silva stayed out, and he's going to restart in the lead, and he's gone Nick Aston with an aggressive move to block Chet Miller's run. Now drops down to the white line. Block Travis Jones and your points leader with a fuel-only stop. Can he make the pass stick? Ian Silva's going to run in the middle. Oh, Nick Astlin is not expecting Travis Jones to come down as Travis Jones wants the lead.
Looks like Travis is going to get it. Yeah, so Travis, first car on fresh tires. Next car on fresh tires, or truck on fresh tires, sorry, will be Robert Sanders in the 6. And Nick Astlin and Chester Miller took fuel only in the last stop. So it'll be interesting to see, or maybe they took right sides. Right. It looks like they took fuel only. But, well, it'll be interesting to see just how much Travis can run away from these guys now. And, I mean, you can see out front already. It's hard to pull a gap in these trucks because of how closely matched they are and how slipstream heavy they are. But he's already got that gap out front, almost 3/4 of a second. Now, almost a full second. To Ian Silva. 3 wide. Robert Sanders using those tires, going in the middle of our points leader on the outside. Nick Astlin and Ian Silva on the inside. Eric Thaler also on fresh tires, trying to follow him through, going to the outside of Ian Silva here in turns 3 and 4. So it looks like Robert Sanders going to jump up there to the front. You see behind as well, Brandon Morris flying up through the field with those fresh tires. So you can see the tire strategy already coming through pretty big.
With only 15, 16 cars tonight, I expect to see some great racing. And that's what we're seeing. This is what Midwest Motorsports Truck Series has done all season long. This is race 12 of 12, not counting the duels. Set the grid for Daytona. Over 1,800 miles have been run on the trucks this season. That is before this race started. We'll do another 150 miles. So we're coming up on 2,000 miles for the season-long series. This is season 7 for the Midwest Motorsports Trucks. If you've been part of it, thank you very much. We hope you've enjoyed it. We have one more race to settle it. almost a foregone conclusion. Nicholas Aslan's going to have to get a penalty with the points reduction in order to lose it, I think. Give it to him.
I think it's statistically impossible if he just finishes this race for him to lose. Seeing as how Dustin Reinstedel isn't here and Dustin is second place in points. Justin Thaler, is he here?
Not here. Nope.
Justin's not here, so that's third. Ty Williams is fourth. He's not here. So is Sean Happick here? Sean Happick's not here. Mark Cochran, is he here? No. So let's see. The highest up in points other than Nick Aslan is Trevor McLaughlin, and he's 117 back. So if Trevor comes up with some crazy shenanigans and maybe pays off the league, he might be able to win the championship tonight.
I don't know how much money it's going to take, but something tells me it's a lot. There is Trevor McLaughlin's teammate, Michael Samia, hitting a push off the nose of Nicholas Aslan. But now can Trevor McLaughlin and Mike Samia in that number one. I don't know if you saw his paint. The Platinum Elite Racing paint looks pretty cool.
Yeah, repping the team. Those are my boys right there. Rocking both ends of the number spectrum, number 1 and number 99.
99, nice.
But it's still the number 96 out front of Travis Jones. Robert Sanders right there on his rear bumper, just about a half a car back. As you can see them now coming out of turn number 4. Going down the front straightaway, and they've got a big gap back to Eric Thaler in third. Top 6 trucks on the track all took tires in the last stop. First truck with no tires on the last stop is Nick Aslan. He's fallen back to 8th now. John Aslan gets past him. So these guys that didn't take tires in that first stop, they're really going to struggle on this stint. And this really shows you just how much that tire wear is going to matter as this race goes on.
Starting to get a little spread out. 2 seconds here, 2 seconds there. Top 2, definitely the class of the field. I think they kind of decided not to race too aggressively and just go, see if they can break away. All the time they build up between now and the next pit stop will definitely play to their advantage. Give them a little extra on their in lap and their out lap, a little cushion. Not have to rush it. Speaking of rushing it, it's like Brandon Morris filling up the mirrors in that 39 truck of Eric Thaler just ahead.
You can already see the 2 different lines working out here. These 2 guys kind of rolling the top of the track, and then right behind them you can see Michael Samia and Trevor McLaughlin running towards the middle to the bottom of the track. So big line differences between these guys, and it looks like right now Michael Samia has a little bit more speed than Brandon Morris and Eric Thaler, as Brandon Morris is right there on Eric's rear bumper. And you can just see the different lines here at Homestead. Michael Samia jumps to the inside of that 39 truck coming out of turn number 4. 39 is going to have a better run down the back straightaway. Got that draft off of the 15, but the one's going to stay alongside Michael Samia, trying to get it done for 4th place. And it's going to put him beside of the 15 of Eric Thaler for 3rd. A good little charge here out of Michael Samia, trying to make his way up to the podium and maybe make some inroads on that 2 1/4 second gap up to Robert Sanders in 2nd place. So Michael Samia trying his hardest there on the bottom. These guys are bottom feeding for sure. We're about to be 2 by 2 as Trevor McLaughlin also comes in on this fight. So still side by side, Michael Samia and Eric Thaler getting a little bump there going into turn 1 from the 39 of Brandon Morris. There goes Trevor McLaughlin down the inside as well. So this will be interesting to see how this works out, as Michael Samia does clear Eric Thaler, so that's up into 3rd place for him.
Bottom of the slide job, trying to take the lead away. Slide job.
Now we've got Trevor McLaughlin trying to follow suit here. Almost has him clear, not quite. Going to be at his front bumper, so definitely don't want to clear yourself on that one, but he should get it done here in this corner. As long as he hits this apex pretty good, gets the power down. Looks like he might be clear on exit. Wow. Yeah, he should be able to slide up in front of Eric, and he is clear. So that's P4 for Trevor McLaughlin.
Great racing. Trevor McLaughlin using every inch of the track that he can to make his presence known. And Eric knows he's there now, and he's 100% clear. So, Walker, you're the one that has done a lot more iRacing laps than I have. So, we are about 15 laps in after the caution at lap 20, a couple of pacing laps. Are these guys going to hurting their tires running the low line? Are Eric Thaler and Brandon Morris conserving tires a little bit by running the higher line?
I'm honestly not 100% sure. I think it's really going to start showing towards the end of this run just how much the tire delta is between these guys. As we see Brandon Morris jumping down to the inside of Eric. He's tired of waiting. He wants to go. Eric driving it in there nice and deep on the outside, though, is going to be able to hold on to the position, it looks like. It's really difficult, truthfully, to jump from one line to the other. Whenever you've been running this top line for 15, 20 laps in a row, and then you try to jump down to the bottom to make a move, it gets really tough. It's hard to hit that right that first time, and so you're going to end up costing yourself a little bit of time as you try to figure out, once again, Brandon Morris going up the inside of Eric Thaler, taking this middle to bottom line, one lane up off of the bottom. And he's going to be able to clear Eric coming out of turn number 2. So that'll be P5 for Brandon Morris. Eric Thaler now going to be trying to hold on to the back of that 39 truck and see if he can pay attention to these guys ahead of him, or at least be able to see them for a while.
Nice. Dropping back to Ian Silva now. Remember, he started up front. He's paid the price for not pitting. Currently 13th, but right behind him is, Chet Miller's dropping down. It's Christopher Hallett.
Yeah, so it looks like... Okay, so Chester Miller's in the pits. Nicholas Asselin already pit. He pit on lap number 35. So he pit 6 laps ago. And he is currently running, he just ran his fastest lap of the race, a 33.161. So you can see the tire delta there. He's a second faster than the leaders right now. So he's going to be trying to make up all that time that he lost on those old tires now with these fresh tires compared to their older tires. So it'll be interesting to see how this yo-yo's back if this stays green. Hopefully it stays green. And just see how this ends up working out for him. It's interesting to make a strategy call like this as the points leader instead of just playing it safe. But, I mean, he's going for the win, it looks like.
I commend him. I questioned, and who am I to question his strategy when he stayed out or took only fuel at the competition caution. But with 3 tires on the floor, he can make it with one more stop from here. So if he can take advantage of these fresh tires, then when everybody else comes in, probably around 60 or so, he can also come in at 60 and cover. 3 sets of tires on the floor. You start with 1, 3 in the pits.
Okay. Oh, so they have plenty of tires. So they can take
Plenty of
tires in every stop. That's
Yep.
interesting that he didn't take tires in that first stop then.
I think he was 6th or 7th when the comp caution came out.
The track position.
Or you wanted to be up front.
Yeah. And he's unlapped himself all the way up to 7th now. He's going to be catching Eric Thaler, jumping back up to the front. Travis Jones in that 96 truck has pulled a second gap on Robert Sanders. But if you look at that gap behind Robert, Michael Samia only 0.4 of a second behind and gaining quick onto Robert Sanders. So Robert paying the price of going early and using up those tires at the start of this run. Michael Samia making a good run, making good inroads here onto the top 2 trucks.
You can never count Michael Samia out. He has been racing with the Midwest Motorsports Group a long time. I've been calling his races for a long time. He seems to have the worst luck. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and does not put his truck in an awkward position. Sometimes wrong place, wrong time is an understatement for Michael Samia's luck, and he definitely knows what he's doing. Doesn't have the results to show for it. Glad to see him having a good run tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see just how much inroads he can make on these two guys here. He might be able to make it all the way to the front before they make their pit stop, as we see Nicholas Asselin unlapping himself from Brandon Morris. So he's already gotten past Eric Thaler. Now Brandon Morris, so he's unlapped himself all the way up to 5th. So you can just see how much time he's gaining on these guys by stopping early. But as soon as they stop into pit, guess what? They're going to be gaining that time back on him with their fresh tires. So it'll be interesting to see that yo-yo effect. It'll be the same with Ian Silva as well, I believe.
Yep. He has pitted again, the 51.
Yeah. So Ian Silva and Chester Miller, they both pit already. They're doing 1 second, or they're going faster than a second faster per lap. Wow, that's English right there.
Spit it out.
To the leaders. So they're also flying around out there with those fresh tires. They're feeling like Superman. They can't do anything wrong. That's exactly what you feel like whenever you have those fresh tires compared to these old tires. As you see Ian Silva getting past the number 33 truck of Chris Howlett in that Gravedigger scheme that we loved so much last week. Happy to see him back this week for his second race.
I still like the Gravedigger. I wanted to mention the 51 of Ian Silva and why he chose the number 51. Because the 51 his name is Ian Silva. The 5 looks kind of like a backwards S, or it looks kind of like a S. So it's the first 2 letters of his last name, Silva. That's why he chose the 51. I thought that was pretty fun. Factoid there. Do you pick your numbers, Walker? Do you have a favorite number or a number that you're loyal to?
So my normal number is number 13, because that's just a number that my dad used for all the years that he raced. So that's the one that I also gravitated towards myself. But coming into here, I couldn't take 13 because I think Adam had 13. So I just picked 12 and I decided to stick with it. Even though it did open up for the Road Series, I think I just figured I'd stick with 12 because people kind of know me as the number 12 now. As we see Nick Asselin coming up onto the top 3 here. He is absolutely flying right now. So he's coming around to unlap himself, and pretty soon he'll be out of danger of being trapped that 1 lap down. And he's going to have probably half a lap or so or more on these guys whenever they come in to take their pit stops. So, he's still out there running. Let's see. Let me find him. He's out there running 34 flat now. High 33s, low 34s. These guys are running mid to high 34s. 34.7 for Travis Jones that last time. And it was a 34.1 for Nick Asselin. So he's still gaining over half a second per lap on these guys. So once he gets clear of Travis Jones here in this 96 truck, he's going to be gone like a freight train.
A lap around here is in the 33 second range, 34 second range. They're finally turning now. However, the 15-second stop, getting in and out, you're looking at another 30 seconds. So by the time those guys pit, which should be the next 4 or 5 laps, Nicholas Asselin could be as much as a half a lap ahead. Of course, he's going to have older tires, but this could play out when he comes in for his final stop to have another half a lap lead. He could be a full lap ahead if he stays on strategy. And those other guys can't make it all the way, so they're going to have to stop for a splash.
Mm-hmm.
So Nicholas Asselin has worked this race from the finish. Oh, is Robert Sanders in the wall? That lets Michael Samia come around and get a run.
Michael Samia jumping to the inside there. Robert Sanders off of the mistake, and it looks like he might get this position. Will he clear him? Absolutely he will, as we've got Michael Harris Jr. there on fresh tires as well on the inside of these guys, leaving them plenty of room so that they can battle it out. He doesn't want to get in there and mess these guys up. He's a couple of laps down now. Michael Samia gets that move done up into second place. He's going to be setting his eyes on that 96 truck, trying to get that track position before this green flag pit stop. It's always better to be the first guy on the road whenever it comes to these green flag stops rather than the second guy, because you don't want to pit on the same lap as him and then be stuck behind him going into the pits.
Michael Samia looks like a little correction there on the exit of turn two.
Yeah, these tires are getting worn out on this thing. You can see on the wheel, he's sawing at it a little bit. He's turning right on the exit. Like old Doc Hudson said, turn right to go left. And that's exactly what he's doing. So, yeah, these guys are now in the 35s. 35-0 for Michael Samia, 35-1 for Robert Sanders, 34-9 for Travis Jones. Trevor McLaughlin did a 34-8 that last time by. He's closing in the gap a little bit to Robert Sanders, 3/10 on that last lap. As all of these guys on fresh tires are still going. Chester Miller, 33.9 as he comes around Trevor McLaughlin here. I wasn't even looking at the screen. It just happened to be that was some good timing. So Chester Miller jumping up. He's still going 33s. So we'll see him unlap himself here pretty soon. As Travis Jones still out in front by a couple of truck lengths to Michael Samia, but Michael is closing that gap big time.
Walker, I'm not sure if you consider yourself a oval driver. You're doing great in the Cup Series, or a road course driver, but you're also doing okay in, I guess we can say. Not bad, not terrible. So the Twitch chat wants to know if you consider yourself a road racer or an oval racer, or are you just still trying to figure it out?
Well, I'll wait a second. Well, we've got a battle for the lead here, so after
all good.
these two figure it out, then I'll do it. Michael Samia got a little bit loose there coming off of turn 2, so it doesn't look like he's going to be able
loose off that corner.
Yeah, she definitely got loose off of that corner there for sure. So
he's going to pay.
Now Chester Miller's going to be able to get to his inside and get past him here. Ooh. He might even get past the 96 Travis Jones this time. Travis
sale.
The wall. So Travis might have a worse run here as he let Chester get him on the inside, but it looks like they're not going to be fighting here for the next lap or two. So I'll jump back to the question. Yeah, I definitely consider myself a better oval racer than I am a road course racer. Travis Jones jumps into the pits. So he'll be the first one out of this lead group to jump down into the pit lane. Right. I am very interested to see where he ends up compared to
40
and Chester
40
Miller.
Laps to the finish, 41 technically. So he's right on the fuel. As soon as he can make it to the end, he's going to stop. That's Travis Jones' game plan. I like it. Take 4, full load of fuel. And that puts Michael Samia, the number 1 truck, in the number 1 position. On merit. He has done this. Qualified 4th, so we know he's fast.
Mm-hmm.
He's earned it. He deserves to be up here. Let's see if he can hold it off. He's going a little bit long, at least longer than Travis Jones. But Travis Jones is going to have a couple of laps on the tires, which is going to help him. But towards the end of the stint, Michael Samia should have however many extra laps he goes long. That should be Michael Samia's advantage.
So it looks like Travis Jones came out behind the 18 of Chester Miller by a few seconds here. So
and behind Nick Astlin.
Yep. So Nick Astlin and Chester Miller, 2.5 seconds apart. So we see Nick Astlin here coming out of, I think this is turn 2. Yep, turn 2. And so let's see. Travis Jones is 7 seconds behind him. So that's a pretty big gap, but I think we'll see that gap close pretty quickly.
More pit stop, more green flag stops are cycling through.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's really starting to jump in now.
To make it to the end, we know it.
We've got Michael Samia, Eric Thaler, Robert Sanders, Trevor McLaughlin, John Asselin, Andrew Miller, Chris Howlett, all coming into the pit lane this time. So Brandon Cotton stays out. He's going to get that lap lead. He's going for those bonus points. And that'll leave Nick Astlin and Chester Miller after these two come out of the pits in
Eric
second
misses
and
pits. He had to
third.
back up. Eric
Well,
Thaler in the 15
Eric,
had to back up. That's going to cost him a couple of seconds. Mike Samia pulls out. Let's see where he comes. There goes Travis Jones. So he's going to be behind Travis. But 2 laps and a safety car for yellow.
the
Walker.
pace car. The yellow is out. What's the yellow out for? Did someone drop it on pit exit? Somebody had to have dropped it on pit exit. I don't know exactly what happened here. See, we've got the live replay coming up.
Robert Sanders, maybe? Oh. Or was he just coming in for his pit? Oh, no, he's in the grass.
Oh, no.
It's Robert. Oh.
Oh, he
lost it. Ooh.
He just lost it on entry there. Coming out of the pit lane, tires are cold. Drives it in there like I was talking about, like being Superman on these fresh tires. And yeah, just lost it on entry. Carried too much speed. I got it. Good job from Trevor there, missing him. I got it. I don't got it. Good job not hitting the wall, though. So he's able to keep that thing going without getting into the wall. This is going to allow Brandon Cotton, Nick Astlin, and Chester Miller to all come down the pits, as well as Ian Silva, fill up their tanks with fuel, get some fresh tires on those things. So all of that tire offset that we were talking about earlier, that's all gone now.
Coming out of the pits, cold tires. Not too big of initiation, but he's already lost it.
Yeah.
At this point, crossing over.
Too much speed on entry and full lock
Trying
to
to
the
throttle
right.
it. Yeah.
This is scary. And watch that 99 come by right there. Oh, man.
Nice move, Trevor. Let's watch from his point of view. I know they're still circulating, so we're not gonna miss anything. But man, Trevor, go buy a lottery ticket, buddy. Oh shoot. Sorry, I lost my cameras. Here we go.
See.
Up ahead. He's sideways. Where's he going? Down to the apron, on the brakes, on the gas, punch it.
He sees it really early, and that helped him a lot there. He saw that nice and early.
Good on you, Trevor. Paying attention. Because we're live now. We'll get a race update. Talk to us, Walker.
So, speaking of Trevor, he is in the lead now. After all that green flag pit cycling and this caution here, we've got a million trucks here trapped a lap down. They're going to get a wave around. And after all the wave rounds are done, he's going to be your new leader with Michael Samia beside of him on the restart. Eric Thaler and Brandon Cotton take up row number 2. And Chester Miller, Ian Silva, row 3. Nick Astlin, Ron Schalmer, 7th and 8th. And then Travis Jones, I wonder what happened with Travis. Let's see. Pit lap. Nick Astlin, 65. Ron Schalmer, and Travis Jones all pit again on lap number 65. Didn't they come in the first lap?
Why not? I mean, it's basically, well, it could have stayed out, but even 3 or 4 laps on tires.
That's interesting. Like, I think they just came in on the first lap with the caution. Unless I'm crazy. Because...
Well, I don't know if they came in on the first lap or not, but you're definitely crazy.
Well, you know.
That's a compliment, by the way. Takes one to know one. Yep, right. There's the wave around. You're just right. Trevor McLaughlin takes over the lead. Nice.
And so, and if we look at the point standings here, the only guy in this race that has a win is Nick Astlin. Everybody else that's here tonight is winless. So all of these guys, last race of the season, it's all up for grabs. These guys are all going to want to win this race. all the way through the field. So this should be a pretty fun little shootout here. 34 laps at the restart here as we come 1 to go around turns 3 and 4. Oh, I gotta drink some more energy drink here. This is exciting.
Couple stragglers making it their way finally.
Come to the restart zone. Trevor gets a great jump on the inside. So he's going to be sailing off into turn 1 with the lead. Eric Thaler gets up the inside of Michael Samia. So Michael Samia with a bad restart there, back in third. Oh, we got a truck sideways. That was Travis Jones. Good job holding on to that. And Eric now on the outside of Trevor McLaughlin. Eric trying to make that power move from third, second on the inside to first. He takes it around the outside, and it looks like he's going to make it stick. We're 3 wide behind. Oh, no. Nick Astlin spins into the wall. Oh, no. Oh, Ian Silva's in it. Chester Miller's in it. Oh, no.
Travis Jones.
Oh, there goes the 96 of Travis Jones as well.
Who do we watch it from? Astlin, maybe?
I think he's the one that started it, so I guess we start with Nick Astlin. Looks like he just got loose in the middle there, the 3 wide. Let's see what happened here. Okay, so coming up into turn 3, he's right behind Chester Miller in that 18 truck. Gap opens up in the middle. He thinks, all right, I'm going to take this hole. Jumps to the middle, goes 3 wide. You can see that truck's already a little bit sideways there. He's definitely loose. Jumping in the middle of these guys, getting on the gas. And it looks like he just loses the back end of that thing. You can see it coming around more and more here. And it's just going to snap on him.
Trying to stay off of the 17 on the outside. There it goes.
Right about here, you can see his hands in that truck. And he loses that thing. Gets down into Chester Miller and into the wall. Ian Silva does a pretty good job of missing him. That 18 truck, though, trying to hold on to it. He's out of control. He hits the 51 of Ian Silva. That's a big hit for Ian Silva on the inside. Look at the back of that truck up in the air. That's a big hit. And then, see, how did Travis Jones get involved? Oh, he's
already going
backwards. What happened with him?
Let's find out.
He's already. Oh, he gets. It looks like he's a little bit late to start getting her slowed up there, and he's coming in here, getting her slowed down. Oh, the 29 just gets into the back of the 48, and that spins the 96. Oh man! So
and he's coming up on Ted Miller. One more time for good measure. Yeah.
Little smooch. Well, dang.
That was not what we wanted to see. But cautions breed cautions, as we know. That's what I want to see.
That's like half the field with damage.
Is the big hit from Ian Silva here as he goes up into the safer barrier. There's an endo looking at the ground on the safer barrier.
Man.
Well, hopefully the infield care center is stocked full of Advil and fast repairs. Oh no, Ian Silva is still in the box. We're live. So my guess is he's used his fast repair already. So he has to take his mechanical damage repair. That's going to end his race, unfortunately. But don't look now. 15, Eric Thaler's in the front. Trevor McLaughlin's going to restart second. Michael Samia third. Brandon Cotton, Brandon Morris fourth and fifth. Look at the 97. Ron Schamer gets up here in P6. Brandon Morris, lap 60 for tires. Everybody else at 65, 64. Well, 2 or 3 laps difference. We have 30 laps to go, 29 when we go green. That's unfortunate. Feel like a hero on new tires. Take the middle. Could it be the aero package in the trucks? He wasn't ready for it?
And it could be a lot of things. These things are very much really sensitive to air now with this last update. They have a lot of side force, a little bit less overall downforce, but a ton of side force. So whenever you get into those 3-wide situations, you lose the air on the sides of that truck that help keep that thing square. And you could see there, he jumped out in the middle of those two and just trying to turn it down, and it just got loose on him. So it's really easy to do. And you can see he's not a machine. He might be leading the points championship, but he still makes mistakes. Everybody does. So
Learning moment.
things happen.
All right,
that's
Eric Thaler goes the outside.
Here we go for this restart. Let's see how aggressive these guys are this time around. They were pretty aggressive last time. And we are green. Eric Thaler gets a good jump there on the outside, pulls away about a car length and a half on Trevor McLaughlin going off into turn number 1. And he's going to be able to carry that momentum all the way around the outside. Number 17 going to the outside of Trevor McLaughlin. Michael Samia on the inside. We're 3 wide coming out of turn number 2 for this second position. And 17 of Brandon Cotton will clear Trevor McLaughlin. Trevor McLaughlin trying to get down to the bottom, then realizes pretty quickly he's not clear of Michael Samia, so has to jump up off of him. Good job there. As they're still side by side coming down the front straightaway. Eric Thaler out in front. Brandon Cotton completing that pass. They're touching doors going off into turn number 1, the 2 teammates, with Brandon Morris right here on the back of Trevor McLaughlin. He's trying to get around Michael Samia. He gets up into the wall. So Michael Samia might be able to take this run back on him, going up the inside here, off into turn number 3. These guys are giving it everything they've got. It's like a swarm of bees out there. Look at that number. Look at that number 96 of Travis Jones jumping up in there. He's taking it to the outside. Now trying to freight train Michael Samia. That was a slide job and a half out of that number 96. Wow. Okay.
You sure this is asphalt? He did it dirt track style.
He might have been turning right a little bit too for the extra dirt track style points there.
That's right. Unfortunately, we can't give any extra points for style points, but we can definitely give him a high 5. Maybe sell a couple more t-shirts down in the midway.
He is going to be driving like a man on a mission. If you remember earlier in this race, before all these cautions, he was the man out in front controlling this thing. So he knows he's got the speed. He's going to want to try to get there, but he's going to have to claw a over 1 second gap to Eric Thaler if he can get past Brandon Cotton, who's currently in second and pulling away from Brandon Morris in third in that 39 truck. Travis Jones, though, all the way up to 4th already after being in that last crash as he gets around the outside here of Trevor McLaughlin. So you can see the 2 lines working a little bit differently here. Trevor McLaughlin, Michael Samia, remember they were bottom feeding earlier on those used tires. Well, now that we're on fresh tires, looks like the top is superior. So, they're getting really close here. Somebody got real loose coming out of turn number 2 there. Not really sure who that was. Chester Miller on the outside here of Michael Samia.
Christopher Howlett, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he dropped back a little bit there. So we're calming down just a little bit, but we're still side by side here for P6. And you can see already, this bottom line starting to come in again as Michael Samia is able to jump down there and clear Chester Miller coming through turns 1 and 2. So this might be the crossover point in the tire life to where this is. Here comes Travis Jones up the inside of Brandon Cotton. They're side by side coming down the front straightaway.
Brandon Morris,
man, there's so much going on.
Brandon Morris. Yeah. It's all good. Scott's Carl Edwards throwback. Gotta love that.
And they're still side by side coming down the back. Good racing here. he's pinching him down. He's trying to take away that run from Travis, but Travis is not going to let him have it. He's sideways coming out of turn number 4.
Wow.
Holds on to that thing. He's driving the wheels off of that truck, trying to get that thing back out to the point. Brandon Cotton, though, jumps back, Brandon Morris, jumps back to his inside. I am fumbling the bag here.
Right.
Trying to get that spot back. Trevor McLaughlin now right behind him. He's going to try to make this move onto Brandon Morris here. So now he's all the way down on the bottom. Michael Samia as well. He's jumping down there to the bottom. These guys trying to make it all back up to the front. And you can see what the gap is out to Eric Thaler, out this front windshield of Michael Samia's truck. So they're all in a hurry to try to be the one in the clean air to try to catch him. This whole group's going 0.3 faster per lap than Eric is. So at this point in the run. So this will be interesting as we're 3 wide once again, it looks like. Nick Aslan sticking his nose in the middle there. Looks like he doesn't quite get it all the way in, but Trevor McLaughlin gets cleared. Michael Samia should be getting cleared. Brandon Morris here soon on the bottom. I think, maybe, possibly.
So tempting to stick your nose in the middle of 3. Nick Gaslin learned his lesson last time, decided not to. However, with 20 laps to go, with 5 laps to go, he might not make that same decision, depending on how bad he wants it. But Trevor McLaughlin, now they've caught up to the 96 of Travis Jones. Michael Samia going the wrong way. But out front, Eric Thaler over 1.3 seconds now ahead. Looks like Eric Thaler's just ripping the fence, riding the cushion, running his own thing, looking out the windshield, listening to Jim call out the numbers. And Brandon Cotton in second, having a great race. It's good to see Brandon Cotton. He's been with us for a while now. I believe this is his first season. And glad to see Brandon holding his own up here in second. Fight for third. Far from over. With 18 laps to go this time by. It is Michael Samia again, trying to decide if he's going to shoot the gap. Oh, that's Travis Jones. Michael Samia stays down low with Trevor, helping his teammate. No help anymore.
That doesn't look like help to me. Oh, nope, he's backing out of it. I thought we were going to have 3 wide going into 3 there.
Can't go inside, can't go outside. Trevor McLaughlin all of a sudden has a really wide tailgate. And is Mike Samia going to shoot the middle gap this time? Trevor McLaughlin closes the door again. This allows Nicholas Aston on the outside. Michael Samia did not want that to happen. I think Michael Samia is a faster truck right now.
I think the fastest one out of these 4 is that number 48 truck back there. But he has nowhere to go. They're jumping around for position. Trevor finally gets the move done onto Travis Jones, but he's not going to be done fighting because here comes Michael Samia up the inside. He's going to get that spot away from Trevor.
Let it rip, Michael. That's right.
Now Trevor he's got Travis Jones on his outside. So Travis and Trevor back at it again. They were fighting. They stopped fighting and let Michael Samia through, and now they're fighting each other again. These guys love each other. They love each other's company right now. Let's say that.
I don't know if that's love is the word I would use. Right now with 16 to go, coming up to 15 to go, is there enough time for anybody to catch Eric Thaler? Michael Samia's probably got the best chance. Looks like he's reeled in Brandon Cotton right away if he can get in a slipstream. Nope, we lost a little bit on entry. It was 28 going into 3. Let's see what it is coming out, down to under a 10th. Let's see what the momentum on the outside, side by side. Michael Samia, he's on a mission. He wants it, Walker. Michael Samia has got Eric Thaler in his sights. Of course, he can't look past the 17 yet.
He's almost got it done. He's almost got him cleared. Not quite, though. Brandon still holding his own there on the outside. They're still side by side going off into turn number 1. I think that was turn 1. And he has him clear. He's going to be able to slide up in front of him. So that's second position now for Michael Samia, but Brandon Cotton's not done fighting for this. He wants that second place back. He's jumping to the inside. He's going to try to get back past Michael Samia here. Say, hey, you're not going to fly by me and run away under my watch. He's going to stay alongside here, but he does. Michael Samia does get clear of Brandon Cotton. Brandon Cotton jumping back to the outside. These guys swapping lanes around like crazy, trying to fight each other and figure out a way to catch up to Eric. And Eric, by the way, under a second is the gap now. Under a second. Michael Samia is making moves. Still got Travis and Trevor back here fighting each other. They're running their own lanes. We know Travis has been on the top the whole day. We know Trevor's been on the bottom the whole day. So I'm not sure they're really messing each other up too much.
Yep. Good racing to give each other room. Fight it out. Let the best man win. As Eric saved enough tires by running that cushion. He's ripping the lip, as they say. And it's worked for him. Still at 0.8 of a second. The gap with 12 to go. The Midwest Motorsports finale for the truck season. Been a long 12 races. Coming up on 10 to go now.
Michael Samia 0.2 a lap faster on that last lap than Eric Thaler was 0.2 the lap before faster than Eric. He is going to be reeling him in, and he will be there before that ticker says 0. So Eric's going to really need to put the pedal to the metal here. You can just see how much Michael Samia is gaining on Eric in the middle of the corner there. That was another 1/10 or 2 gained on that lap. Yep, another 1/10.5 on Eric. He is going to get there. It's just whether he can actually complete that pass or not on the bottom that we're going to have to see. 10 to go now as we're coming down the back straightaway. This is gonna come together really, really nicely.
Has Eric saved anything? We are going to find out right now. And Michael Samia, if you got anything left, you got to come now. As Eric abandons the high line to break any slipstream he might get.
Oh, he gets up into the wall. The mirror
Michael Samia sees blood.
Michael Samia now only 0.3 back from that rear bumper of Eric Thaler. Eric using his rear view mirror and seeing Michael Samia get bigger and bigger. Makes that mistake, drives it deep into turn number 1, hits the wall. Now Michael Samia is right there, 1/4 of a second behind him. He's just getting closer and closer and closer to that rear bumper as the laps tick down. 8 to go now. Once again, Eric on the top, Michael Samia on the bottom. These guys a full second ahead of Brandon Cotton in third, so it's going to be a 2-horse race for the win in this thing. Now go off into turn number 3. Nick Asselin actually just took over third place from Brandon Cotton. So Michael Samia now only half a truck to a truck behind. You see him side by side back there for third, but all I care about right now is this battle for the lead. Michael Samia, is he going to be able to get alongside here on corner exit? He's going to be close. He's got his front bumper up there, but Eric's going to have that run coming out on the top. These guys only half a 10th separated them on that last time by. 34.74 for Eric, 34.69 for Michael. So Eric's giving it everything he's got, and maybe a little bit extra, trying to hold that outside line. Michael Samia making a little bit more headway on him. Going to be able to be alongside, maybe coming into turn 1. Oh, Eric jumps down to the middle, trying to take away his line. Slides up to the top. That's going to let Michael get alongside him and make it through. Michael Samia up to the lead.
New leader, the number 1. Oh, Eric Thaler was keeping it wound up there. Does he have anything to fight back with? For some reason, maybe all that time behind the 99 and the 17 really allowed Michael Samia to conserve a little bit on his tires, and that's what we're seeing now, the difference in 4 or 5 percentage points on your tire. Could that be the difference? Oh, Eric, you got a feel for Eric Thaler after leading since the last caution, since the last restart, to give it up with just about 5 or 6 laps to go.
It's not even a guarantee he's going to be second. Nick Asselin
Right.
coming with a full head of steam as well. He was over half a second faster on the last lap alone to Eric Thaler. So Eric's going to have to get his head back down and try to hold on to at least second place. But you can see he's jumping off of his line. He's been running the top the whole way. As soon as he jumps off of the top, he starts going backwards. So, maybe he'll come back on it and think, hey, maybe I should have just stayed up there. But we'll see. Nick Asselin right there on his rear bumper now, though, for second place. Michael Samia, he's checked out. He's a 1 1/4 seconds out in the lead.
Wow.
He has the tires left, that's for sure.
Nick Asselin, your points leader and champion to be, passes Eric Thaler. I think Eric's the wind has gone out of the sails for Eric Thaler. Of course, he wants to do good as he can. But it's all about Michael Samia now in the season finale. Brandon Morris and Chet Miller having a good fight back here for 8th and 9th. This battle's been raging on since we've been watching the battle up front.
We've got a 4-way battle here for the final spot on the podium. Eric still falling back into the clutches of Robert Sanders, Brandon Cotton, Trevor McLaughlin. So we'll see if Robert Sanders has something that he can do here with 2 laps to go to try to get past that 15 truck.
He was on the pole.
Looks like he's going to get alongside and cleared.
Wow.
So, yeah, Eric, I think he just used up his tires there at the start of that run. And Michael Samia, 2 seconds out in the lead. Nobody can touch him. Barring the power going out in his house, he's got this thing locked up. Great for him. He was so close at Talladega a few weeks ago, if you remember, to getting that win in the Truck Series. He won in the Cup Series at Talladega this season, and he's going to come around turn number 4 and take the checkered flag to win the final race at Homestead for the Truck Series.
Michael Samia is your winner. Nick Asselin holds on for second. Robert Sanders third. Eric Thaler fourth. Trevor McLaughlin, Brandon Cotton. What a race. But tonight, it's all about Platinum Elite Racing and Michael Samia.
What a
Super
great
big
race.
congratulations to him. He's earned it. Long time coming.
Yeah, that was a great race by him. Managed his tires there at the start of that last restart. Just staying back, biding his time. Eric Thaler and Brandon Cotton jumped out there and ran away from him. Ran from the whole pack, using up their tires, and then the pack finally caught back up to him once the tire differential started really kicking in, and you got Michael Samia doing his donuts, taking the win. Great job by Michael.
Awesome job, Michael Samia. You deserved it. You earned it. We'll throw up the results. Oh, we'll try.
All right, so
There you go. I'll let you call them out while I try to get people up in the booth.
all right, so we still got the qualifying results on the screen.
Oh, qualifying. Sorry. Race. Maybe I can get my boy Josh Results. Qualify. No race.
And this results screen really wants me to say that Robert Sanders was the winner. Because he was on pole. Well, I've got the live timing table here.
All right, go for it.
I'll just go down the live timing table while we try to figure this one out, and you get everybody in here. So Michael Samia, once again, was your winner here in Homestead. Nick Asselin, your Truck Series champion, comes home in second place. Robert Sanders rounds out the podium in third place in that number 6 truck. Eric Thaler, fourth position in that 15. Trevor McLaughlin in fifth. Brandon Cotton, sixth. Travis Jones, after leading a bunch of laps in the middle of this race, comes home in seventh. Brandon Morris, eighth. Chester Miller in ninth. Ron Schaumer, 10th. That rounds out your top 10. Michael Harris Jr. in 11th. Chris Howlett, 12th. John Asselin, 13th. James Olavison, 14th. And then Ian Silva, 2 laps down in 15th, or 3 laps down in 15th. Andrew Miller on the truck, 34 laps down in 16th position at the end of this race.
Great job to all the competitors tonight. We wrapped out the season at Homestead, Miami. We got third place in your pole sitter, Robert Sanders. Robert, is Jameson Walker in the booth? You got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Well, yeah, you started from the best place possible. Tell us about your race.
Well, everything was going good till we took that green flag pit, and I decided to toast it on the 2 and 3 and 4 there, and it was all downhill from there. But it was a good race.
We saw it lap out on cold tires, and you just kept the foot in it. Is that all it took? It looked like you were in the middle of 3, so I'm not sure if the air helped you there at all.
Yeah, I really didn't think I turned it into that hard. It came around. I tried to goose it to save it, of course, and then it was really trying to save it after that, just trying to keep it from running into somebody.
Yeah, you did a good job of that. What you got, Walker?
Yeah, once again, great save there, holding on to that thing.
Oh yeah, my wrists are hurting from that one.
So I think you restarted back somewhere in the pack after that caution came out. And then you made it through that wreck unscathed. Tell me about that. I mean, you drove through that thing like Lightning McQueen in the Cars movie.
Well, yeah, I did. I had a split-second decision there. It was either kick it. I seen the two going into the wall on my left side, and I knew they were coming back into the track after they hit the wall. So I just pray for that fast repair. Hope I don't need to use it. Yeah, but I didn't have much time to do anything else. It was so quick. It's a tight track with the walls everywhere. Not really much room for anywhere to go.
Yeah, well, you've had a great season, man. It's been 12 races, not including the duels. What are you going to take from this season, Robert? You've been right in here with them with each and every race. I'm not sure if you missed one or two. I could look it up, but it doesn't matter really. I want to talk about maybe what your high point was for the season and what you're going to take as we wrap up the season tonight.
Oh, I just enjoy being here. I'm glad y'all put this on every week. It's a blast. I don't know. I just, like being competitive, like being up front. I always have some unfortunate events, usually on my, own behalf, and just usually not practicing my pit instances and shit like that. But excuse my language. But yeah, I'm really glad y'all guys do this, and I enjoy it every week.
Great. Well, we enjoyed having you, Robert. Look forward to seeing you again next summer.
Oh, yes,
next season with
yes, sir.
The more psychedelic paints, man. It's always something we get to look forward to.
Oh yeah, I try to do something a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right on. We love it, man.
Well,
man, we're glad you're here, part of Midwest Motorsports, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you.
All right, that's Robert Sanders. Finished third place tonight. Not bad. Of course, he wish he could do better, but sometimes you got to take what you can get, especially considering his trip on the infield grass there. Got some lawn service duties out of the way. And next up, second place is Nicholas Aslan. I'm tempted to skip him and go straight to Michael Samia, but maybe we'll keep him on and let him talk to Mike together. Nick, it's James and Walker in the booth. You got us?
Yep, I got you.
Man, P2, you pulled some strategy on me that had it gone green all the way, I'm not sure if you'd have been a lap up or a lap down at the end. It was playing out to your favor there until we got that caution.
Yeah, I really wish it had stayed green there, and then obviously I caused the big wreck we had.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate that happened. Just did not expect it to come around on me and get loose like that. Tried to kind of just like spin it out and not hit anybody, but yeah, I wish the strategy had kind of been able to work out. I kind of just wanted to try something different.
Yeah, you didn't have a lot to lose, really. Just show up was probably the goal for tonight. Make sure you don't get sick or your internet still works, pay your internet bills, and make sure everything powers up when you get home. But did you have that strategy planned out? You done some testing beforehand to know what your fuel and tire runs were like to pull that wild card? Because I'm all about it. I love the risk and thinking it out.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't really like on the fly. Like I definitely had that strategy made up before the race. That I was not gonna take tires at the comp, and then go. I wanted to go till like lap 40, but I really started falling off there, and I was like, all right, screw it, pitting lap 35, and it was really working out good. Obviously, don't know if it would have worked. But still, I'm happy with P2 and going home with the thing that mattered tonight is a championship trophy.
Yeah, well, don't go anywhere. We'll come back to that. I'm going to leave you on. I'm going to leave you unmuted. So just be aware. We can make sure that we want you in the conversation here with Michael Samia, who has worked really hard in all of the Midwest Motorsports seasons that he's participated in. He finally got a win this season in the trucks with a new number, not number 3, but number 1. Michael Samia, you are number 1 tonight from Homestead, Miami. Congratulations. What do you think?
It was a good race, man. I liked it pretty good. Just had to save some tires there and take care of them.
You did that. That's exactly what me and Walker were talking about. Go ahead, Walker. You got anything for your teammate there?
Yeah, great job, Michael. A great run from you. Restarting there, I think like 7th or 8th in that last restart, maybe. Am I right in that? I can't
Yeah.
remember where you restarted. You restarted somewhere back in the middle of the pack and just saved the tires and everything and worked your way back up through the field and got up there to the win. Without that last caution, how do you think that would have played out? Without the yellow coming out, and it looked like you, Trevor, and Travis were all pretty strong. Nicholas with his opposite strategy, nobody really knew what was going to happen with him. So, what do you think would have happened had we went green? Do you think we'd still be talking to you third here in the interviews?
Yeah, me or Trevor would have won, I think, because I believe the 48 would have had to pit under green again, and me and Trevor was good to the end. Because I think the 48 went a little early. I think he would have had to pit again.
I would have been just able to make it from lap. I think I pit lap 35, and then that would have taken me to lap 70, and that's when I was going to pit is lap 70, and that would have got me to 105 pretty much.
Yeah, because when the caution come out, I was in pit, and I was coming out of pit.
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't have had to pit no more after that. I was good. So I think it would have been a close race, but I feel bad for Trevor because we was in the back and I was behind him, and I seen Eric out there getting out front, and I was like, gonna want to work with Trevor, and then he moved up and I got to run under him, and I was like, I gotta go try to get that 15.
We saw it. I think I thought that's where you were saving tires because you were caught behind Trevor and I think it was the 96 Travis Jones, and there was a couple of times where you got a little bit of extra momentum and the middle was there, but you backed off just enough to stay behind the 99, and the 99 gave you the bottom, but it was too shallow of an angle to get in the corner, and there was 2 or 3 laps where you could have forced the issue, but you didn't. You weighed back and you're patient, and it paid off at the end, Michael. I thought it was incredible racing tonight.
Yeah, I want to congratulate the 48 for the championship. That's a pretty stellar year you had there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. A lot of fun. Good racing with you.
But yeah, I didn't want to, mess with Trevor. He's in the points, and I wasn't. You know, I was just coming in the race because I like the track, but I wasn't gonna just. I got to go get the 15, man. I mean, that's what I'm in here for, to win, right? So,
All right.
but I just hope I didn't hinder him too bad. We went down that straightaway, man, and we was close, and we barely touched, and it gave us both a 4X, and I was like, "Are you serious?"
Wow, that was
Yeah.
actually a 4X.
Yeah, both of us got a 4X off of that. It's just a barely touch.
Well, those extra bonus points probably wouldn't made a difference in the championship tonight. Of 12 points paying off races over 1,900 miles. I'm looking at the laps here. Laps, 1,100 laps around the full season. It's been a long season to get to this point. Nicholas, I want to hear how your dad got you into it, and if there's any are you having to do the duties at the Thanksgiving table this year now that you're the champ?
Yeah, I'm just incredibly thankful to even have started iRacing. Like, I think I said in the Discord earlier this week after the Road Series race that I never thought I'd have as much fun as I have had on iRacing. I got iRacing in January of this year. My dad, he had it for some time prior, and I never really was too interested. Like I would watch like a couple streamers like do iRacing, and I'd follow it and everything like that, but never really had too much of an interest to really get involved. And I got a PC around that time in January, and I didn't even buy it like with iRacing in mind. I just wanted to play some different type of video games with some of my friends and my cousins, and yeah, got iRacing. I was like, oh well, I might as well just get it. Started on
Deep
the
time.
started on the Logitech G29 wheel. Had it for about a month, and I was like, all right, I love this. Spent the money, got the Fanatec bundle. Totally worth it. But yeah, ton of fun. Super thankful to be here, and I gotta give it up though to Dustin and Ty and Justin. Like, I know some of them, especially Dustin. I know he missed a few races, and Ty him as well. I think they would have been right here with me. So it's unfortunate that they missed races to not really be in the fight. They're still the two guys I think to beat in this series. So hopefully we can run it back next year and bring it down to the wire. I know this was a nice little stroll going into the race. All I had to do was start, but I'd love for it to come down to the last race next season.
Incredible racing, man. Kentucky and Atlanta. I guess some people might put a star by Atlanta, but I don't. A win counts as a win. P2 here, a couple of podiums throughout the way. Just incredible racing all season long, Nick. You've earned it, regardless of who showed up or didn't show up for all the races. You did, and you got the most points by a landslide. You earned the championship, man. You got a little trophy on your name now in the Discord. Everybody's going to have bragging rights. They're going to know what's up, who you are. And yeah, congrats on a wonderful season. Walker, you got anything else for Nick?
Absolutely. So I just want everybody listening to this stream to listen to some statistics about this man's season. Okay, so we had 12 races in this short season over the summer, 11 top 10s, 9 top 5s, and 2 wins. There was one race all season that this man was not in the top 10. And I don't know exactly if everyone can really relate to just how difficult it is to being consistently top 10 in a league like this, where some of these truck races, I mean, we had like upwards of 30 trucks on the track at once. To be able to miss all of the melee, to be able to bring it home in the top 10, 9 top 5s the whole season. This man was Mr. Consistency. So I honestly think that even with the other guys missing races, if they don't miss races and they show up, I think you're still the favorite to win this year. So hats off to you. You drove an amazing season. And congratulations. Once again, you have the trophy now.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Walker. It was a lot of fun. Thankful for everyone in the series. Everyone made me better. I see Robert Sanders is still in the chat. I also want to give a huge shout out to him, putting up those practice sessions about an hour and a half before each race. I usually try to do some practice on my own prior, like throughout the week, but those last minute sessions just to get some more laps in before the race came in clutch a lot. So huge shout out to him for that. And yeah, and then obviously getting to race with my dad throughout the season was a ton of fun. It was cool that he was able to also make all the races. And yeah, hopefully we'll run it back next year.
That's right. Your season 7 champion in the Truck Series, Nicholas Aslan from Homestead, Miami. Michael Samia had a great race, brings home the win and the trophy for the race after a long season. Lots of trying. We got Sunday coming up with the Cup Series. Don't forget it. I know you guys are going to be there as well, so look forward to seeing you there, I hope. And again, Nicholas, congrats on a great season. Michael, congrats on a great race tonight. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Hopefully, we'll have some races in the off season as well. Stay tuned to the chat. But thanks again for a wonderful season.
Thank you guys. One more shout out for you, James, and all the broadcast guys. Thanks for putting these races on. It's been fun getting to have my family get to, catch some of the races and go back in the streams and everything. So thank you for all the stuff you guys do.
Right on, man. It's a team. It's not just me, Walker, everybody that's contributed to the Twitter, to the Twitch, to the broadcast team. We hear you, man. We do it for you guys, and it's a lot of fun for us too. So once again, congrats, Nick. Thank you, brother. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. And Michael Samia, congrats on a great win tonight, man. Long time coming. Hopefully many more next season as well. See you, Michael.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Walker, man, that was fun. It's been real. It's been fun, and it has been real fun for me. How about you?
Yeah, it's been a great time doing the commentary here on Friday nights. I thank you for inviting me to come join you on doing this. It's been really fun the last couple of races I've been able to jump into. Hopefully, I'll be able to do the whole season next season. I thought about racing, signing up to race, but realistically, I don't want to have to try to focus on both. I don't know how these guys can focus on both series and be fast in both. I mean, I barely had the time to be good in one. So, hats off to these guys for being able to do both. But I'm looking forward to next season.
All right, awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. It's so much more fun with more than one commentator. So really appreciate you stepping in and filling the gaps. Walker, it's a big addition to our broadcast, and I'm really appreciative. And don't forget Josh Watt running the stream. Appreciate you, Josh. And all of the admins that make the season at Midwest Motorsports possible. Could not be done without everybody volunteering and doing their part. Thanks again to everybody that makes it possible. That's it. Truck season's a wrap. We'll look for season 8. Keep your eye on the Discord or midwest-motorsports.com for more information on how to sign up for next season. Until then, don't forget to stay in your lane.